Let me walk you through the process of problem identification. This is Samsung A03 core. According to reports, this device is not coming up. It's not on air at all. The power is dead. We call it dead mobile. Phone yóò tàn rárá, kò ṣiṣẹ́. But what really happened is that the phone was submerged in water. Ó jábọ́ sómi. But the owner did not tell us that, although it came from a repair store. So probably the person did not obtain adequate information from the customer, or he forgot to tell us. So upon opening it, I tried to read and check. The first thing for you as a technician is to read the battery connector, identify, is it open circuit, short circuit, whatever. But this particular one, the phone does not have any physical short from the battery connector. There's no open circuit. That doesn't mean there may not be short on the system. But for now, we couldn't identify because there is no short from the battery connector. So this is where most technicians usually get stuck at. Once they get to this point, they get stuck. They don't know what to do next. So I will try and give you one or two things that you can use to diagnose further at this point. So ní point yìí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kì í máa mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe mọ́ next torí pé kò hàn ti identify for short lórí ẹ̀. I inject voltage. I injected voltage. The power button does not trigger. That is the first time I will see such a case, that the power button does not trigger. Even though it has to do with power. But as a professional, what will come to your mind in this kind of scenario is that the power IC is bad. That's the first thing that will come to your mind. Reason that the power IC bàjẹ́ ni wípé power button orí power IC ló wà directly. So nǹkan tó mú tí ó wà trigger simply means the power IC yẹn ti bàjẹ́. That is the first suspect tí any professional must suggest. Now let's go further. Since to the power button connect directly to the power IC, ẹ̀yìn yẹn mo notice pé ó ti wà corroded a little bit. Nǹkan tó fún mi ní hint wípé water damage ní phone yìí. So nǹkan tó mú ìyẹn wà corroded díẹ̀, we need to open the power section. Power section phone yìí ti wà corroded. Don't forget, we want to identify the problem. At this point, we couldn't find any short. But omi yẹn ó damage device yìí gan. The power section yẹn ti wà corroded already. So irú nǹkan báyìí, a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣí all section. Kí ni reason tó máa mú wa ṣí gbogbo shade yẹn ni wípé the main power supply line ó ti wà compromised. The main power supply line, you can call it any name you like, whether VDH, whether VPH, whether VDD, whether VSYS, name it, or VBAR, whatever you, or VPH power, anything you like, you call the main power supply. But what I know here is that the main power supply is damaged. It has been compromised. So I want to remove the other shade. This is the method I normally use to remove shade. You can use a cold method, you can use a hot method. Ẹ lè fi heat yọ, ẹ lè fọwọ́ yọ. But implication tẹ́ bá fi heat yọ ni wípé for this shade, for you to be able to remove this particular shade, you will need something around 450. Now, using 450 to remove shade simply means you have endangered all the SMD components, because some SMD components that is on that device might require 350 or less for it to be removed. So now you are applying 450. We know that shade will retain some, there will always be loss, but at least let's assume the shade retain like 50 degree. Now we have 400. Now 400 degree is penetrating into the surface of the device. So all the SMD components is at risk, especially if you want to use a little bit of force to remove the shade along with the heat. So it might shake the main board and then bring about another problem. So it's good to use code method. But if you want to use code method, you may be wondering, why do I need to cool it down? Normally, àwọn nǹkan tá a fi máa ń clean phone, ó máa ń jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa ń dry fúnra rẹ̀, ó máa evaporate. So now tá a bá fẹ́ atẹ́gùn sí, ó máa jẹ́ kó tètè gbẹ. So this is the charging section. I need to open this charging section as well. There is only one shot. Now, let me give you this clue. Tí ẹ bá ti rí open circuit tó ti pé márùn, especially tó bá jẹ́ bí something like main power supply line, don't bother to remove any capacitor. Don't bother to remove any capacitor, because nínú phone yìí, torí pé jẹ́ VPH ló ní open circuit, almost all the section, is not even almost, all the section tó wà lórí device yìí ní short kọ̀ọ̀kan wà, at least on a capacitor. So which means tá bá ní ká máa yọ gbogbo ẹ̀, mélòó ni a fẹ́ yọ? Almost gbogbo nǹkan tó wà lórí system yẹn la máa yọ tán. The only thing ni ká mọ èyí tó cause in particular. Ṣé IC ni? Now a ní láti wo ibi tí system yẹn ti ń heat up. Lo and behold, I later found the short after watching the full system, and the device came up from water damage to this. I have more comprehensive video for my subscribers. You too can be among. We have ebook on how to diagnose. We have a lot of things that you may be part of it if you want. So better and more detailed explanation is available. Sometimes we used to post this particular one. I will drop it on YouTube for subscribers as well. YouTube subscriber can take part, but there is offline file for the online students, and also a more better analysis is on it. What actually caused it? What do we remove? It has been detailed and fully explained. So tẹ́ bá fẹ́ jẹ́ part, tẹ́ fẹ́ understand the further, ẹ ṣe troubleshoot problem, you know, ẹ lè join community. All these are the gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rí lórí screen yìí lẹ máa take part, lẹ máa enjoy tẹ́yìn náà bá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Have a good day. So as a design in as such that pé ó máa fún yín ní proper understanding. Nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ mọ̀ yẹn ẹ máa mọ̀ through the process. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè troubleshoot, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè inject voltage, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè lo smoke detector láti mọ ibi tí short ti wá, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè lo short killer, like a lot of things. All these are something that you need to invest into. At least ó ṣáà fetch any, so you need to invest in order for you to have more comprehensive knowledge about how phone repair really works. Okay, look at this for example. Tẹ́ bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí iPhone board tí ẹ ní láti attach ẹ̀ mọ́ késìnkẹ́ tó tẹ power button, báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ identify àwọn power button? You see, all these are the PDF, all models títí dé orí 17 Pro Max. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè identify power button, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè trigger, you know, so many things. Like the price we are even doing this is too cheap. I'm even considering pé ká wo bí ìlú ṣe rí ni. If not that, kò yẹ ká ṣe ní price yẹn, because you have a lot to gain as a student when you enroll with us.